Our guest has not just witnessed technology evolve over the last 3 decades, he's been one of the people pushing it forward. Please join me in welcoming Mr. R Ganesh Sridar.
Moving to the larger global role, you have to trust the people, right? And you have to give empowerment to the people around you to innovate and come out.
So, you have successfully built and scaled managed services and advanced data science teams within large organizations.
That's how I started, and trust is one of the things, and empowerment for the people, and the innovation which they bring in is the other result of those things.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to FaceTime with Leaders, powered by Directors Institute World Council of Directors. Today's episode is packed with experience, innovation, and leadership wisdom. Our guest has not just witnessed technology evolve over the last 3 decades, he's been one of the people pushing it forward. With over 27 years across technology, AI, data analytics, IT services, and managed services, he's built billion-dollar strategies, scaled teams of 1,500 plus people, and driven digital transformation for global clients in telecom, consumer, and technology. He's a senior master certified architect, AWS solution architect, and an MBA holder. But beyond the certifications, he's the mind behind some of the innovative managed service solutions at EY, DXC, Wipro, IBM, and HCL. Please join me in welcoming Mr. R Ganesh Sridar, Associate Director, EY, AI, and Managed Services Leader and Transformation Specialist. Sir, it's such an honor to have you with us today.
Thanks, Tanay. Thanks for the warm welcome.
So, every leader has a journey, but most resumes don't tell the whole story. So, if you could take us back to the early years, like what shaped you, what struggles defined you, and what brought you from HCL in the 90s all the way to leading global AI driven managed services solutions at EY today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks a lot for a warm welcome. So, if I close my eyes, right, when I go back to 90s, that's where I started my career in HCL. It was a wonderful journey. I started when the IT is just booming in India, and it was a great opportunity for me to learn a lot of things and come out with various initiatives and innovations in the IT. So, but that time when I was boarding, actually, I was just thinking it is a rickety train. I'm just boarding, and the tracks were bumpy, and the resources were actually scarce, right? You don't get, and dial up internet was there, and you don't have all the resources in your hand, and robot is struggling to sing. There is no AI actually, there's no automations, but it's all about people. How are you going to build the entire company for providing the services for our clients? That's where I started. Even more, the curiosity was there. How am I going to bring the value to the clients? How am I going to cross this journey through this train? Almost the weather was almost rainy, weather was stormy. That's where I could see it's a lot of challenges with it. Even if you remember that time, we were having a Y2K, year 2K problem. We were fixing those problems. That time we brought in a lot of automations around how are we going to fix those AI, even for a large airline client. That's where I started my journey, and it was a great learnings. And today we are using a lot of AI automations in managed services. I can recall, if you see the client space, now there are a lot of opportunity for the client to look at the various options and build the story to the create the value in the boardroom actually. That's how I started. It was a great journey, and I'm still learning and a lot of things coming out, and that's where it's going ahead.
Incredible, sir. Lovely to hear that. Sir, you've led teams of more than 1,500 professionals across multiple geographies. From your perspective, what is the single most important leadership principle that scales whether you're guiding a small focus team or a global workforce?
See, for me, the cornerstone of scaling the technologist within the company, right? I handle when I was started. As I mentioned, I started with a small team, and I was part of the team, and that time I was actually it was a very focused area, and the IT was growing. And when I was started moving to the larger global roles, you have to trust the people, right? And you have to give empowerment to the people around you to innovate and come out with their own idea to enable for our own clients and for the board actually. What is the business that we are going to get from the those aspects? So the trust is very important. That's what I said. If you even see any airline, they trust their pilots. Similarly, for a healthcare industry, doctors are empowered. The healthcare industry or hospitals empower the doctors to do their own work. Similarly, in my world also, we empower people, trust people. That's a very critical thing when you scale up from a small. It's like, for example, running a family kitchen to going to large restaurants actually. And you are a chef and you have to do a little different strategies for a different group of people actually, and the scale of people with different languages across the globe. That's how I started, and trust is one of the thing, and empowerment of the people and the innovation which they bring in is the other result of those things. Yeah,
100%. So everything can't be done by oneself. One has to trust, empower people, and then only can a team work well, right?
absolutely, that's right then.
So you played a pivotal role as part of the double-digit growth in managed services. Could you walk us through the strategies and innovations that helped achieve such sustained momentum?
See, I started my managed services across all my companies, starting from HCL to DXC and all the places, right? The double digit growth is just not off the shelf or off the shelf services. We sat with the clients, we do a lot of whiteboarding with the clients, and we interest the client. So, client, we solving a business problem for the client. At the same time, we interest the client and bring certain value to the client. That's how trust and a kind of the value that we are going to bring into the client, that is what is going to help to bring a lot of business to a particular company, and also growth for the individuals as well as the company. So I played a lot of role around how I'm going to value the client, how I'm going to solve their business problem, and thereby providing a long-term vision for the client. That's enabled growth. For my company actually. Recently, it was last 2 years we are growing double digit because of the reason that we are empowering the client, we are innovating with the client, we are solving client problems using a latest on greatest of things that we have. Use name it as an AI or automations, but at the end of the day, you are solving the problem quickly and versatile, and your work is versatile. That's where it brings the value to the client.
Yeah, very well said, sir. So you've been at the center of multi-million and even multi-hundred million dollar transformation deals during your time with EY, DXC, Wipro, and IBM. When you step into high-stake negotiation of this scale, what framework or mindset guides your decision making and ensures alignment with both client needs and long-term business value?
See, walking into multi-million dollar transformation, as I mentioned, it feels like a high pressure chess match, right? You need for every word and pauses, it counts actually. The way you're going to, because the competition is there and the various options are there, and how best you are going to come up with very pointed transformation solutions for the client, which value adds the client business. So if I sit in a board, I'm going to look from the CXO's perspective. What is the business? What is the benefit that I'm going to get from IT, or from CXO's perspective or CFO perspective? They're going to look at what is the savings I'm going to look at, and what is the long-term benefit from the dollar value that I'm going to get. So the transformation business is something that very important for the any clients, and that is where multi-million dollars that we will be. I was able to value add and close many such deals by innovating certain specific solutions, and that creates a long-term value for the clients. That's how I was able to close multi-million dollars for our clients.
Long-term perspective is definitely something which everyone needs to keep in their mind when doing negotiations or any deal.
Yeah.
So you have successfully built and scaled managed services and advanced data science teams within large organizations. Could you share an example of A project where AI integration created a measurable transformation either in cost optimization, efficiency, or risk management.
See, the projects are different, right? Every client requirements has different objectives for the AI to build, and we need to be very careful whether we need AI there or whether we need something else. Is what the decision has to be done. So definitely, AI managed services helped a lot for various clients in my journey. One of the such examples is one of the large telecom global client wanted to automate some of their order issues actually. When if you remember, when you go and place a 5G plan, if if a client is placing a 5G plan, it gets stuck, and you are not going to stick to the client, to the telecom provider. You may go to a different provider and subscribe for it. So there will be a lot of revenue loss for the client. Such scenarios came up for me, and then we try to innovate. How can we solve this problem? It's going to be business loss for the client. So we put automations around it. Whenever such scenarios happen, we created various automation framework that this particular problem is reduced substantially to from 100% to few percents actually. Thereby, the client see a revenue benefit, and also the client satisfaction, the customer satisfaction that grows up. That's one of the key impact for such clients in telecom. So these are some of the examples, and many such examples were there. So that
Yeah,
helps a lot in transformation. How can we bring cost optimization, efficiency, and also risk management, right? How are you going to do that? Yeah.
true. All right, sir, let's switch gears a bit. Now it's time for a rapid fire round. Some quick questions,
Yeah.
and just a request if we could get answers one word or one sentence. So are we ready?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
Perfect. Tea or coffee? What powers your mornings?
Oh, morning is myself yoga and meditation.
Perfect. Your guilty pleasure snack you can't resist.
Oh, roasted peanut.
Okay. One city you can never get tired of visiting.
My ancestor village. That's what I would say.
Okay. Morning person or night owl?
Definitely a morning person.
A song that instantly lifts your mood.
Carnatic music, anything that calm, quiet, I'm able to relax.
Books or Netflix? What's your go-to downtime?
Books.
Mountains or beaches? The perfect vacation spot.
I'm near to the beach, so I would prefer mountain actually.
Okay. One word your friends would use to describe you outside of work.
Versatile. That's what they say.
Perfect, perfect. That's it, sir. Thank you so much. That was a rapid fire round.
Thank you.
So, one aspect of leadership that rarely gets public attention but matters deeply is trust. Especially in technology, AI, and managed services, issues like deepfakes, AI driven investment fraud, or recruitment scams can undermine the trust. I'd like to explore this darker side and hear how seasoned leaders like yourself respond. Like, in recent times, there have been well documented cases where industries were compromised through AI powered scams. For example, a deepfake video call that led a major engineering firm to transfer 20 million to fraudsters. How do you, as a leader responsible for AI and managed services at scale, build systems and culture that proactively guard against such convincing deceptions?
Yeah, absolutely. See, AI powered scam are no longer futuristic. They are here today. I think it's a major engineering firm that lost millions through a deep fake call. It's a reality check for all of us, right? So in my career, I was also going through these fraudulent and various trust issues within AI. That is going to be a critical thing. But having said this, we come across a responsible AI framework today, right? How are you going to deploy AI through a responsible AI framework? How, with combination of technology, culture, anomaly decision deductions, multi-layered verifications, and financial crime? How are you going to manage the financial crimes? Like, for example, transaction monitorings, various other things. So these are the various things and solutions available today in the market. But personally, I always trust and I always recommend to go through a responsible AI framework, which takes care of your trust, legals, and various other parameters to ensure that your AI framework is well protected and legally safe, and also enabling value to our clients. That's how I have seen many things, but there are various options of responsible AI framework that we have developed, and it is helping all the clients to overcome such kind of scenarios.
Lovely. Sir, you recently joined the Journey with Directors Institute World Council of Directors. Could you please share what inspired you to become a part of this community and how being associated with DI has influenced the way you think about governance, leadership, and your role as a board level leader?
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for the question. Actually, what inspired me to join Director Institute is about how can I see I'm doing today a lot of technology, AI, managed services, but how can I value the working relationship with board? So how the board is going to function and how is the trust and the compliance is being taken care in any kind of company, and how I'm going to enable the entire board using my technology and background of AI, etc., to bring in trust and the compliance to the entire company. That's where what my motive is, and absolutely great joining Director Institute, and I could learn a lot of compliance and how the entire framework is going to work, and it helps it a lot actually, right? And I wanted to actually go and actually put myself in a board scenario and try to see how I can be as a trusted advisor, and also working in the market in line with to the regional and global compliance each company follows in each area in jurisdiction actually. So that's where it helped a lot, and still going on, the learning is going on, and looking forward for a great chapter in boardrooms. That's what I would look like. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this kind words, sir, and for a rich and inspiring conversation today. What really stood out was the scale and depth of the journey from building AI managed services to leading 1,500 member global teams, true driving billion-dollar transformations. But actually, beyond the achievements, sir, what came through was your mindset, the emphasis on governance, trust, innovation, and continuous learning. So, thank you for this.
Thanks a lot, Sam. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you. To our listeners, I hope today's conversation gave you insights into technology and transformation and the power of true leadership. This is FaceTime with Leaders, powered by Directors Institute. Until next time, keep leading, keep learning, and of course, have fun in your journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you.